Welcome back again to Cumbria. It's the Minimoto Pros who are up next in the junior class, and you'll notice on this starting grid there is one significant name that is absent this weekend. Here is the grid. It's Oscar Pinson alongside Callum Beach on the front row, from Josh Watley and Brodie Crockford way up in P4. Good to see. Jay Abel and Corey Stainer on row 3 from Finn Smart and James Cook, with Peacock, Stuart Campbell, Jones, Harris, McCord and newcomer Hayden Rainford. The name that's missing, of course, is the championship leader, Casey O'Gorman. Is not racing this weekend at Rowrah, and that could make things very interesting coming to the championship finale. Away we go. Pinson's got the best start. Beach is going to try and beat him to that first corner. They almost tangle, and there was a little bit of a tussle further back as well, but Pinson has got through into the lead.
Yeah, that was looks like Corey Stainer going past Josh Watley there, second in the championship. Watley, he doesn't want any DNFs this weekend. He had one at Wilton Mill, which cost him the championship lead. But with Casey O'Gorman not here now at this weekend, he's got a fantastic opportunity to grab himself the championship lead going to the final round. It nearly went pear-shaped there as Corey Stainer went past, but fortunately for Josh, he's still running. He's there in 5th place. So it's Pinson that leads it from Callum Beach second, then Crockford up to third, then Stainer, Watley, Cook and Jay Abel.
Well, Callum Beach is starting to put the attack mode into this race now. Oscar Pinson trying to hang on to the lead, looking very strong on the run up to Paddock Bend. Through the right, you have to be really careful here on the throttle. You have to point it exactly in the right direction too. And look at how quickly Beach is reeling in Oscar Pinson in a straight line. He has definitely got the confidence here to race after his rival. Now this is going to be interesting. Where's he going to make the move? Not into McRae's, probably not into Iredale's. If he's going to go for a move, I would say it's going to be into the Stuart S's.
He was definitely quicker off the final turn, Callum Beach. That's the two leaders. Then comes Crockford up to third, his best performance this season. Watley through to 4th place. Then Stainer, that's Cook in the blue and yellow suit, with Jay Abel just in behind him on the 303 machine.
Really impressed with Crockford. He seems to be hanging on to this 3rd position very well. It's definitely his finest ride of the season, and he's not too far away from Beach and Pinson, actually. This is definitely a stellar effort from Crockford. There he is, the 55, running out in 3rd position very well. Corey Stainer, 34, second in the TV race at Wilton Mill a few weeks back, don't forget, but he's now trying to fight his way through, and there's the confirmation. Brodie Crockford started P4. It's definitely his finest hour in the 2015 season.
No doubt. We've said it before, Jake. We'd love to see the kids improving, getting better. This is going to be massive for Brodie's confidence. He's got a comfortable lead there in 3rd place at the moment. No doubt that Josh Watley there in 4th currently. He's going to hunt him down. We've got another change out of McRae's hairpin. James Cook moves up to 5th, started 8th, so made up 3 places so far. The leader's down to the Stuart S's. Still Pinson out front, but Beach looks very racy indeed. He's not settling for second.
No, it's going to be a matter of time before he goes for that move. What's going to be interesting, though, is what will Oscar Pinson have in defence? Will he just let him go and look for another opportunity to get back past, or will he desperately try to make that bike as wide as a Buick in the attempt to keep him behind? That's going to be really entertaining in this second half of the race. But look at that, Pinson's actually managed to get a good run off the throttle there and get far enough away from Callum Beach so that he's not a threat into the first corner. Now if he can do that enough times to keep him at bay, then he might just be able to hang on to this one.
Great battling all the way down the field as we're on board again with the helicam. Just looking back, you see the two leaders here. The 84, that is Oscar Pinson, red helmet with the white stripe. Callum Beach, race winner of course this season already in the TV race. He's looking down the inside of the Stuart S's. It looks like he's got him as he, yes, comfortably by.
That was a nice little move, and he set that up beautifully at the hairpin. Coming out of Iredale's, he knew he had the acceleration, so Beach has got into the lead. Beautifully done, and he's even managed to pull a couple of bike lengths on Oscar Pinson out of the Stuart S's, so he has got an opportunity. Further back, Watley and Cook are still scrapping away for 4th position, but significantly, they are closing in now on Brodie Crockford, so 3rd position is definitely not done and dusted for the 55 yet. It's going to be interesting to see if he can work hard. There it is, look, the gap has come down to 3rd place Crockford, so he is now going to have a huge amount of pressure on his young shoulders.
Yeah, Watley and Cook are hunting him down. Of course, they can judge their braking on what he's doing, and Watley is an old season campaigner now. Of course, he's only very young, but he's been around for a while. Jay Abel is out with a mechanical fault. He stopped on the circuit just see him in the background, in fact. There he is on the left-hand side to come over the little kink here. This is a battle for 12th. Matthew McCord and Hayden Rainford. Now this, again, we've said it before, Jake, isn't it? You want to come out on top in the little battles. It doesn't matter where you are. You want to win that little battle. And it's part of the enjoyment of racing to have someone to race with. You can just see Jay Abel getting going again in the background, but obviously now a lap or two down.
Start the Jaws music. Brodie Crockford is being hunted down here, big style. He's not going to be able to hang on to this third position much longer at this rate. Takes a much wider line through Paddock Bend, and it looks to me as though he's going to be reeled in here by Josh Watley. He is swarming around all over the place now on the run to third position. He might have a look into McRae's. Crockford is desperately trying to hang on to it as we look back to the leader, Callum Beach, who has managed to get a good advantage now on Oscar Pinson. I want to look back at the battle for third position though. There it is, heading down towards Iredales. It looks like Crockford's still just in front of Watley and Cook at the moment, as the leaders are now in amongst the battle for 12th position. That's Matthew McCord and Hayden Rainford, the new boy, and Beach has got through, but Pinson hasn't, though. Pinson has been held up there.
Beach has made the best use of the traffic. We've said it before, we'll say it again. It's how you use the traffic, and Callum Beach, the old campaigner these days, the former race winner, has made the best use of the traffic, and he's got a comfortable lead now as Simon Clowes, a new starter for us this weekend, gives him the last lap board. This is a battle for 6. It's Stainer, Peacock, Campbell and Smart. Nothing to choose between them.
Well, they're further into the last lap. We can see just how much that little moment with the back markers has benefited Callum Beach. He set the fastest lap at 57.6, and he's held off Oscar Pinson. No problem there at all. Beach wins it. Pinson in second. Who's going to get third, though? It is going to be Josh Watley. He gets Crockford just at the end, but he looks pretty happy with fourth position in front of James Cook. Corey Stainer wins that little battle for sixth position in front of Peacock, Smart and Stuart Campbell. But a great victory for Callum Beach and a magnificent ride here at Rowrah. Good job.
Callum, your second win on television this year. You must be very happy about that. So just tell us all about it.
So I qualified second and I got a good start, but I realised Oscar had to pull up in the inside of me, and coming throughout the race I overtook him on the straight. Then I kept my pace nice and steady, then I started pulling away and I began to win the race. I would like to thank you, everyone, for coming to support me and my main sponsor, Rowrah.
Well, that third position and the absence of Casey O'Gorman significant for Josh Watley. He takes the lead of the championship back again, with Callum Beach just 4 behind O'Gorman.
In senior Minimoto, it was an extremely small grid with Brandon Payne on pole in his first ever senior Minimoto race. He would get the whole shot. Followed through the chicane by Nick Bennett on the orange machine in the matching orange and black suit. Andy Whedon it was in third place at this stage, with Josh Winterson in fourth and Jodie Fieldhouse in her first senior Minimoto race completing the small 5-runner field. It would be Brandon Payne who would scoot off into the distance, taking a comfortable win. The one incident during the race of any note, this crash in the final turn. Nick Bennett going down hard, while in third place he would end up failing to finish the race. It was Brandon Payne though who came home in his first senior Minimoto race well in front. Brandon, your first appearance in the televised races in the senior Minimoto class and a win, so good weekend for you.
Yeah, it's been a great weekend. Sunny all weekend and no rain.
And tell us who you want to thank for your victory.
I want to thank Blatter UK and my dad.
In many F1 sidecars, no surprise to see Tim Williams on pole. 18 wins from the 20 races to this point in the season. 1 second place and a DNF effectively means the championship is already won. Team Williams would go on to take another win, their 19th of the season from the 21 races. It was the big girls in second place, Big Girl Racing, who would provide the closest challenge. But when I say closest, I mean almost 15 seconds down the road. Team Williams just absolutely dominant this season. That is Big Girl Racing there, going through the shot in second place through St John's. The 64 machine, Team Loudon, was in third place at this stage, but as you'll see, they weren't in third place for long. They completed lap 2 in third, closing down the Big Girl Racing team in second place. but it would all go pear-shaped up into Idell's hairpin. They come through Idell's on lap 3, but experience a mechanical failure out of the hairpin. And right in behind them, the team in 4th place at the time, Ems Racing, would also suffer a similar fate. They would try valiantly to get it going, pushing it for around 60 or 70 metres in the end, but it just would not go. So Ems Racing out, Team Loudon out on the 64 machine. It was all too comfortable for Team Williams in the end, took another comfortable victory. It was Big Girl Racing on the 25 machine who would come through for 2nd place, and they in turn were 18 seconds clear of Team Hosker in 3rd. More mini bike racing after the break.